The morning bell rang through Lincoln High like thunder over calm skies. Students poured through the hallways, laughing, talking, living in their own little worlds. But one girl walked differently, quiet, reserved, head down, clutching her worn backpack like armor. Her name was Leela Anderson. She had transferred only 3 weeks ago, but already the whispers had begun, rumors, gossip, and cruel laughter. In every hallway she was the outsider. She never fought back, never raised her voice. What no one knew was that silence sometimes hides storms. Leela wasn't weak. She was holding herself back. At lunch, she sat by herself at the farthest corner of the cafeteria, tracing circles on her tray. Around her, the noise of teenage chaos filled the air. Loud music from phones, shouts of laughter, and the clang of trays. She took small bites, trying to disappear. Then came Bryce Carter, the school's self-proclaimed king, the kind of boy who thought his father's money could buy respect. Behind him trailed his loyal crew, Josh, Mason, and Taylor, the type who laughed at anything cruel if it made Bryce feel bigger. "Hey, new girl," Bryce called, voice dripping with mock charm. "You always eat alone. Or is this your private pity party?" His friends chuckled. Lila ignored him. That simple act lit a fuse in him. He sauntered closer, slamming his hand down on her tray so hard her water spilled across her uniform. "Oops," he said mockingly. "My bad." The whole table went quiet. Lila just looked up slowly, meeting his eyes, not with fear but with something else, calm, cold, controlled. Bryce hesitated for a moment, but then grinned, leaning closer. "Don't look at me like that. You'll make me think you actually matter." She quietly stood, grabbed a napkin, and wiped her uniform. Then she said softly, "Someday you'll wish you hadn't." The cafeteria filled with a few gasps and whispers. Bryce's ego flared. "Is that a threat?" he barked. Leela didn't answer. She walked away. But as she walked, his pride couldn't take the silence. He needed everyone to laugh. He needed to win. That's when the cruelty escalated. The next day, in the hallway between classes, Bryce and his friends waited. Leela was carrying a small stack of books. Walking past the lockers, she could feel eyes on her, whispers crawling around her. Then she heard him behind her. "Hey, new girl! Didn't learn your place yet." She ignored him again. The worst decision she ever made, or maybe the best. Bryce stepped forward, grabbed her shoulder, and with a violent jerk pulled her back. The hall went silent. In that one moment, with dozens of students watching, Bryce smirked, grabbed her collar, and with one cruel, humiliating tug, tore her shirt down the side. Gasps filled the hallway. A girl screamed. Leela's breath caught in her throat, her face burning, not from shame, but from fury so sharp it felt like fire in her blood. For a split second, no one moved. Then Bryce laughed. "What's the matter? Too shy to fight?" That's when it happened. Leela's eyes snapped up, cold as steel. She didn't scream, she didn't cry. She moved, one quick step forward, faster than anyone could blink. Her hand caught Bryce's wrist, twisted. His grin turned to confusion, and before he could react, her elbow slammed into his jaw. The crack echoed down the corridor like thunder. He stumbled back, stunned, but she wasn't done. Her fist came next, sharp, precise, straight to his nose. CK. Blood exploded down his face. Bryce screamed, falling to the floor, clutching his face as red spilled through his fingers. The hallway froze in silence. Mason and Josh jumped forward, but Leela turned on them, her voice low and icy. "Touch me, and you'll join him." Even the teachers rushing toward the noise stopped for a moment when they saw the scene. Bryce on the ground, crying in shock, and the quiet girl standing over him, shirt torn but eyes burning with the kind of power no one expected. A teacher shouted, "Leela, what did you do?" She didn't flinch. "I defended myself." They dragged Bryce to the nurse's office. He cried, demanded she be suspended, threatened lawsuits. But by then, the story had already spread. The quiet new girl broke Bryce Carter's nose in front of everyone. Leela was taken to the principal's office. She sat calmly, bandaged shirt hidden beneath her jacket. The principal frowned. "Leela, violence isn't tolerated here." She looked up. "Neither is assault." But no one stopped him. The room fell silent. Even the principal couldn't find words. That afternoon, as Leela left school, she could feel hundreds of eyes on her. But now they weren't mocking. Some were shocked. Some were proud. Some whispered, "She's a badass." Bryce stayed home for a week, his perfect face bruised, his confidence shattered. The power dynamic of the school shifted in one day. At night, Leela stood before her mirror, unbuttoning her jacket, seeing the ripped fabric of her shirt. The image made her chest tighten, but not with fear. It was strength. She had finally stopped running. She whispered to her reflection, "Never again." And though she didn't know it yet, this was only the beginning. The whispers of fear would become respect. The laughter behind her back would turn to silence when she walked by. And the world would finally learn, quiet doesn't mean weak.